What's going on, Sip Sip? How y'all doing? Hey, I was just thinking about something. I talked to my son and my son number 3, and he was just telling me that my son number 1 and my son number 4 were having an issue with him being the leader of the friend group. And so when I got to thinking, I was telling him to embrace being the leader of the friend group, because if that's what they call him, or but they don't want to acknowledge it in a serious manner. They always say it jokingly, but when he says it in a manner, I'm the leader, then they want to get mad and pissed off. And so I was talking to son number 3, and I was telling him, hey, embrace that shit, bro. Embrace that shit, because if you know you the leader of the friend group, then just be the goddamn leader of the friend group. You understand? Because when I was coming up in college and I was 21, 22, back in those days, basically we kind of knew who the leader of the friend group was, depending on when they were around, and who we had. When we had this person, we kind of knew who the leader of the friend group was. I was the leader of the friend group at one point in certain situations, and then this other person, Eric, was the leader of the friends group, because Eric at the time, when we were in college, was more mature in some degree than the rest of us. Not saying that we weren't, on it, but Eric at that point had a certain level of maturity, and I don't know if that probably was that Chicago in him, and the shit that he had been through and things that he had seen and done and understood. But he was he was the leader of the friend group, and that shit don't bother me. I knew at times, I know how to take a back seat at times, and I know how to lead. I'm a natural leader. Eric is a natural leader. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not one of those things to where I would be mad, So it was just funny that we had that conversation. But I told him to embrace that shit and just lead the friend group and keep doing your thing. I told him, as a matter of fact, go get you a shirt that says leader of the friend group. LOFG. Just go get you a shirt, man, and embrace that. So he has some good ideas. He was telling his boys, to my other 2 sons, that, hey, we need to establish us an LLC and try to buy us some property. We can get us a grant, some government money. I'm like, boy, you own it. I wasn't thinking like that at 20, 23, 24 years old. But hey, I'm proud of you, son. Keep doing your thing, leader of the friend group. Don't let them fuck with you and be mad at you. So that goes out to you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are the leader of the friend group in your group, embrace that. Be that. Because they need you to lead them in certain sense. So just embrace your title and do your thing. Sip, sip.